wholesome, repulsing the spell without a W, but it soon becomes apparent that
I heard a song by White Women Love Dogs by Rusty.
Yes, so
that is really good. That is nuts. There's a lot of love for this. You know why? Somebody's very passionate about this. Gigguk has made a video called Has Anime Gone Too Far? I love his channel. A lot of hate on him, but I like the guy, so let's watch.
Why? Why?
Yes.
Why was this made?
What?
We need more
is
of
the
it.
limit for anime?
Never
A medium
know.
that continually pushes the boundary of wonder. A place that welcomes all types of stories from all types of people. There's no limit to what you can see here aside from your own imagination. If you can envision it, it can get made. But,
True.
like the inventor of a fart machine in a wind tunnel, have we ever stopped and asked, should it get made?
You don't ask. When you have a crazy idea, sometimes you just need to shoot with it. Did you know that Breaking Bad, one of the top tier dramas of all time, almost got shot down a couple times because the premise alone wasn't exactly grabbing for people? Sometimes you guys gotta run with a crazy idea.
Interspecies reviewers, World's End Harem.
What do you think of One Piece on paper? It's kind of goofy, but here we are. You know. What do you think of What do you think of shows like Bo? A nose hair fighting champion. Does that sound kind of silly? Yes. Is it possibly one of the greatest animes ever made? I would argue yes.
Anime has been pushing degeneracy to a whole new level in the past few years.
Yeah,
in the post-redo of Healer World, there is little now that separates anime from hentai. Every day, the line gets more and more blurry, so the question plaguing humanity since the beginning of time is, how far can anime go? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my life as Inukai's dog. Anime has gone too far. But how could it? What could it possibly do?
I think
well, you see, we have now ventured to a place for which there is no coming back from. This is a cursed show I probably should have left to die in obscurity until I had a single terrifying thought that dwarfed any existential horror or Lovecraftian nightmare my mind could come up with. Somehow, somewhere, this is gonna be someone's first anime. So, to allow myself to sleep at night, I felt it was my duty.
I'm gonna ration a bet that no one's gonna happen upon this one and be like, this is the anime I start with. Not any of the most popular animes. Maybe like, you know, out of 1 million people who've watched anime, maybe like I would say the percentage would be like 0.0000001. The one guy. Like it would be that. It would be so weird for this to be I don't even know how the levels you'd have to go into for this to be the one you watch, unless your friend told you specifically they know about it. So
duty to make a
freaky
PSA
anime.
To tell that person, shh.
If you got bored of, if you got bored of watching whatever weird smut you've been watching
today, but I can promise you that we're gonna get through it together. I've committed to fully talking about this anime, but first, I need to talk about today's sponsor, Higan Yuruthil. I've never been more happy for a sponsor read in my life. In this 3D real-time combat RPG, players are tasked with reclaiming reality from a never-ending nightmare, like this show. Guys, maybe the anime man was onto something. Who actually needs to watch anime anymore, when you can just play it? Higan Yuruthil throws you into its world of stories that's presented by gorgeous 3D anime-esque cutscenes with popular voice actors, including Yui Ogara, Mamiko Noto, Nana Mizuki, and more. You got some like Issa, an absolute
hit me up,
ice
man.
cream. I can already tell.
I got
this girl dreams my
145
energy. What makes me say
subscribers.
that?
I am primed for a
The
sponsorship.
secret between Issa. The plot goes something like this. On some rainy afternoon, a guy wakes up cold and shivering on the streets. How did he get there? What is he doing? All questions that are unimportant because he sees his classmate and crush who takes him home, where he comes to the realization to the precarious situation he's in. He is a dog. When I first saw the basic premise of this, I said to myself, oh cool, some dumb slice of life reincarnation story where a guy wakes up as a dog. I'm a seasoned isekai fan, I've seen worse. It can't be dumber than waking up as a sword or waking up as a vending machine. Maybe they'll tackle the human struggles of trying to live as a dog. Maybe the psychological effects of being stuck in a dog's
You ever
body.
play Stray? It's kind of like that.
Having to navigate a society made by humans, having your daily survival be completely reliant on that of another human being. There's a lot of places this story
You could explore. You could have a really heart-wrenching story game with just you playing
Go.
as
Surely,
from a dog's
it's not about a
perspective.
bunch of girls thirsting
Growing up
over a
and
dog.
getting connection with
I
your
regret to inform you
master.
that my initial assessment was incorrect. Within the first 5 minutes of taking the dog home, the first thing Karen Inikai decides to do, yes, her name is Karen, which is very on theme because I'm about to call the manager, is get undressed in front of the doggo and bathe with it.
No!
Naked. But okay, this
No!
isn't too bad. There might be some dog owners who feel comfortable removing their clothes in front of their dog, showering with their dog, sucking their dog's nose.
Ah!
Maybe this could be wholesome,
Oh!
if wholesome was spelled without a W. But it soon becomes apparent that
I
a
heard
feeling towards the
a
dog
song
are
by
little
White Women Love
devious.
Dogs by Rusty.
Oh yes, so very devious towards
Might
the
be
dog.
fitting for this moment.
Oh yes, this is my coping mechanism you're seeing right now. She takes her dog for a walk, but is feeling a little devious. Okay, I'll stop now. And almost immediately tries licking the puppo if it weren't for some meddling kids. Gets way too excited photographing a dog urinates, then introduces him to a
Bruh,
place
why
called
are you
GuT
blushing?
Cove. I've seen people
There's
dressed
nothing
up in
there
a red
for you.
astronaut suit that are less sus than this girl right here. Now, if you think finding out a dog has more riz than you will ever do is sad, don't worry. That's actually
That
one
is
of
a
the
cute
least
puppy,
depressing
though.
parts of this show. In no
He
particular
probably does have more riz than me. Who's gonna be more willing to touch him than me?
order, here
Let's
are some
be
things
real.
depicted in
I'm
my
honest
life
with
as
myself.
Inikai's dog that involves a girl and a dog. Bathing naked,
Yo.
tail jobs,
Yo.
seductive feet licking, getting a
Feet
dog to
licking.
undress you, getting a dog to lick your chamber of secrets, enticing a dog with your chamber of secrets, giving a dog a ball gag, breastfeeding.
No. No! Maybe anime's gone a little too far.
What have we
Yo.
become?
The degeneracy we're going
Some of
down.
these acts are in the anime,
May not
some
be too
further
good for
on in the
society.
manga. Yes, that's right. I read further into the manga.
But it could be educational. What if the mama dog can't breastfeed? Alright, I'm sorry.
Ask me, because if I could ask a higher power anything, if there was one thing I would like to know. Why in God's name is the art for this manga actually really fucking good? Dog fact
That
number
is
2.
really good. That
No
is
two
nuts.
dogs' noses
There's a lot
are
of love for this. You know why? Somebody's very passionate about this, about breastfeeding their dogs. You know, maybe it started that, you know, the mama dog couldn't produce. Okay, I can't continue with that. The point is, it was a project of passion and love.
Many
Obviously.
people have drawn comparison to Chainsaw Man, because like Chainsaw Man, the dog is named Pochta. Now, Chainsaw Man's Pochta has joined the shortlist of the highest commendation you can get in an anime.
Yeah.
Being a good boy.
Yeah, that's it.
Pochta,
That's all you need to do.
that's a good boy.
It's an innocent.
Pine, that's a good boy. Bond, that's a good boy.
Ugh.
Nina, that's a good girl. Inikai's
Aw.
Pochta
Nina.
is not a good boy. That's a bad boy. Bad boy. One could argue that in many ways, Chainsaw Man is just a day in the life of a dog. Here's Denji, who
Yeah,
woofs for his
Denji
owner.
is literally the embodiment of a puppy, dude. Airheaded and happy about food. Doesn't
goes
think
on
2
walks,
minutes ahead of his
becomes
own
one with
life.
Pochta, he got that dog in him. Then there's Inukai. Woofs for their owner, goes on walks, and
Bro.
becomes one with Pochita. Because she does. She got that dog in her. You may be thinking, Inukai
No,
is
literally, she got the dog in her. Oh no, why would you say
the
that?
outlier here. The freak who loves a dog a little too much. But of course, the show had to introduce a full-on cast straight out of the watch
Bruh.
list of your local animal services. There's the tsundere, Nekotani. As your resident tsundere ambassador, we do not claim Nekotani. She can go somewhere else. Tsunderes can be violent, unless those violence is towards dogs. The shy Usagi, a girl so down bad she makes the average Genshin player look like a functional member of society. Not just limiting it to dogs, she decided to force herself on a poor table, which depressingly adds inanimate objects to the growing list of things that have more riz than weebs do. If I had $1 for every anime girl I've seen do unspeakable things to a table, I'd have 2, which is $2 richer than I want to be. Well, unless that's what you're into, I suppose.
I am the table.
Then, of course,
I mean, you know, is the table worse than the dog?
the trilogy is the
I
yandere.
mean,
Inukai
let's pick our
herself.
battles, boys.
We can already agree.
And girls.
Do not stick your dick in crazy, especially the kind that this crazy wants. While the rest of the world was asking, what
The dog doing?
Inukai was more concerned with, who?
The dog doing?
Dog fact number 3. Dogs may be able to. Oh, no.
Wait. Thanks to science, you can know for a fact that your dog loves you back. In 2015, a study in the University of Japan found an uptick in the level of oxytocin, sometimes known as the love hormone, in dogs and their owners when they stare at each other.
No. No. Devious. If by some miracle you still don't know if you should subject yourself to 12
not
episodes
natural.
of this, I've made a simple flowchart for you
Maybe
to follow.
anime has gone
First,
too far.
ask yourself.
I'm gonna have to backpedal. You've changed my mind, Gigguk.
Do not watch this show. If your answer is yes, do not watch this show.
Thank
If you're
you.
looking for
Promoting
some
good
kicks in life,
values,
here are some
Gigguk. Do
alternative
not watch the
suggestions.
show.
I recommend overwatching. My
God
life
is
as
watching you.
Yukai's dog.
He will
Skydiving,
smite you.
Mountain biking.
Or she will smite
Ordering
you.
the extra
Whatever
large portion in America. Tweeting out Chainsaw Man is mid, setting your notifications to vibrate, then putting your phone in your pants. All non-dog related activities that get the heart pumping.
Dude, the fandom for almost every large anime is like, you might as well. If you say anything against him, you might as well put yourself on like a cross, dude, because you're gonna get crucified.
This
dude.
is something that should be
So
left
bad.
behind in the bowels of time. In fact,
Burned
as of this
alive,
very
flayed.
moment, I am working on a time machine so I
Burn
can
you
go
up
back
like a
and get us
witch.
back on the right timeline. Because what hope is there left for humanity, knowing that a sentient human being wrote this? Then more sentient human beings made the conscious decision to greenlight
yeah.
this into an anime. And throughout that
need that.
entire long process, not a single person stopped to ask themselves, what in the biblical fuck have we done? On the day of reckoning, when
Science
humanity
doesn't stop to ask these questions. We need to push the boundaries. This is just a step. The dog anime is a step to something greater. Okay? What that is something I'm scared to see, but it is something greater.
stands
we
before
need
God
to step
Almighty,
for,
waiting
okay?
for our final judgment, there, standing between us
Yo.
and salvation, will be Inukai's dog. On that day, we will have to look up at God and tell him that this is what humanity has done. This is what mankind has led to. The souls of all humans will beg and plead not to be forsaken, not to be rejected from the gates of heaven.
Now we're going.
But in the end, all we can do is repent and ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness from God, forgiveness from each other, forgiveness
Very
from
touching.
our dogs, which is more than we deserve. In conclusion, I'm a cat person now.
Gigguk! Always bringing the fire. What did we learn today? We learned that people shouldn't have good things, and humans are cursed to do terrible things. Alright, it's been fun, guys. I love you guys. Please stay tuned, and I'll be sure to kiss you tomorrow. See ya. I'll be your best friend, alright?